A family grieves over a North St. Louis County mother and her 2 children shot and killed in their own home. The suspect took his own life after kidnapping his 1-year-old child. Good evening, I'm Kay Quinn.
And I'm Casey Nolan. 5 on your side's Ryan Henson has been following this story all day. He is live in Clayton with a message from St. Louis County leaders. Ryan?
Well, Casey, I think it's pretty apparent when I say this. This case had absolutely no winners. It's heartbreaking the way it ended. And now county leaders are calling on you to protect family, friends, and loved ones from future dangerous situations.
This is a call to action for everyone.
A sad but necessary wake-up call for people to protect loved ones in violent situations.
I think it also takes a village to protect a child and protect family members.
Last night around 8:30, county officers called to the 4800 block of Lockweek Trail in North County after a neighbor reported a suspicious person in the area. After no signs of that person, police left.
Welcome to Southern Talk TV. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future content. Roseanne McCulley, better known as Rosie, was a mother of 3. According to her family and friends, she had a beautiful soul and very intelligent. But suddenly, her life was cut short once she filed for a divorce from her estranged, abusive husband. Tragedy strikes in Missouri after mother shares accounts of domestic abuse online. A Missouri mother shared online last week that she was being abused by her husband. Days later, he killed her and 2 of her children. Roseanne McCulley, her 13-year-old son, Caden Johnson, and 6-year-old daughter, Kaylee Brooks, were murdered by her estranged husband, Bobby McCulley III, last week. The couple's 1-year-old daughter was found unharmed at a family's home. Robert McCulley III has been charged with 3 counts of murder, 3 counts of kidnapping, and 7 counts of armed criminal action. However, he would never face those charges. Police confirmed that he took his own life after the crimes. Local reports say that McCulley III broke into his wife's home intending to kill her. He reportedly held the family for hours against their own will before finally shooting them to death. The victim neighbors say prior to the deadly shooting, the couple had a violent relationship and she did not deserve this one bit, said one neighbor who did not want to be identified. The neighbor recalled what she witnessed during the incident. When I woke up, I heard yelling and loud banging. Rosie lights flickered 3 times. I called her phone twice and she did not answer. I knew something was wrong. I called 911. They came and looked around and they did not see anything at first. They went to the back and came back running to the front. They kicked the door open and her body was laying right there at the front door. By the time I heard everything, it was too late. It was too late for her and the kids.
Only to get a call 3 hours later about a shooting. Inside, 34-year-old Roseanne McCulley, 13-year-old Caden Johnson, 6-year-old Kaylee Brooks, all shot to death in the home. And a 1-year-old missing. An Amber Alert was issued immediately. Police say it didn't take long for them to realize that 35-year-old Bobby McCulley III, the victim's estranged husband, is a suspect. The child was found with a loved one around 3:30 in the morning in North St. Louis. The suspect found in the area as well, in a car where he killed himself as officers tried to make the arrest.
We need people to point their family members or their friends to the types of resources to get them help, or if it's already crossed that line of violence, sometimes you got to do the uncomfortable thing, which is report it to law enforcement, because maybe it might strain that relationship, but it might save someone's life.
Police say McCulley had a history of run-ins with the law dating back to 2008. More recently, the alleged suspect and victim had a domestic dispute in 2017, but no charges were pressed.
This tragedy was not her fault by any stretch of the imagination.
The suspect had recently filed for divorce at the end of February, and police most recently were actively looking for him for a prior domestic incident. Sadly, they didn't find McCulley in time. New charges this evening. 55-year-old Michelle Clayton now charged with hindering the investigation of a felony. So police are still investigating this incident, but overall it seems to be wrapped up. And just from a big picture point of view, this further highlights rising cases of domestic violence in the past year, especially during the pandemic. I'm Ryan Henson, 5 on your side.
According to a local outlet, KMOV, Roseanne McCulley reportedly wrote on her Facebook page that she has been hospitalized after her husband was able to stump her chest and abdomen, so the bruising and swelling is really bad there, she stated. After a post detailing the abuse, her husband commented, "Everyone enjoying the show? More to come." Her page has since been disabled. A family friend, Stephanie St. John, said that she had become concerned for her friend after she was hospitalized. Her friend, who she called Rosie, was a very sweet girl, very intelligent person. St. John said Rosie couldn't be convinced to take her children and go into hiding, but the friends made a pact to call each other every 2 hours. On Thursday night, her calls began to go unanswered.
Police tracked his car to where she lives this morning on Clinton Street in North St. Louis near Interstate 70. Police say Bobby McCulley was in the car dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound near the house. He had dropped off the baby unharmed at a relative's house not long after the shootings. Police say there was another domestic violence complaint from Roseanne McCulley last month, and detectives were actually looking for Bobby McCulley yesterday prior to the shootings. The prosecutor says this is a call to action for everyone. Police records show there were at least 5 calls for a police response from this house in the last month or so, including a call for a suspicious person and one for domestic violence. The 2 children who were shot here were apparently not the biological children of suspect Bobby McCulley.
I'm going to give my thoughts and opinion on this story. What a senseless crime that this man did. Took this woman's life and her 2 kids. This man didn't care about anything. He knew exactly what he was going to do. Then he had the nerve to take his life. What a coward he was. Even though it was stated that in 2017, she could have pressed charges against him then when he was abusing her, but she chose not to. See, this is the thing that I be saying. We have to stop trying to wait to see if a man is going to act right. Not only that, she had a child after that incident. Ladies, if a man hit you one time, he will do it again. Get out while you can. Move in silence. If you had the opportunity to press charges, do it. Don't wait and don't hesitate. Look out for your kids and yourself. Leave your thoughts and opinions down below. I will continue to keep my thoughts and prayer with the family, and I will see y'all in my next video.